Alright, well, as you can see, post is all in. I'm going to put the cladding on. Alright, now that we have the post up, it's time to start putting our cladding on. I want to show you how I'm going to do this. The cladding is going to be a larger profile than the post itself by a significant amount. The post is 3 inches by 3 inches square, and if I just wanted to straight out clad it, I would put 3/4 inch material on all 4 sides. But I want the post to look a little bit larger than that. And so what I'm going to do is on 2 sides, I'll be fastening directly to the post. On the 3rd and 4th side, I'll be putting spacers and then attaching to those spacers. So here's how we're going to do those spacers. Here I have a cutoff from the post, and what I'm going to do is I've cut some spacers here. These are actually deck boards, Trex decking that I had left over from doing my deck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right on top there. You can see that it's just the same width as the post. And I'm going to use these self-drilling, self-tapping screws that are meant for decks. And here you go. I'm going to be using these. And we're just going to fasten these spacers to the posts at the top, the middle, and the bottom on 2 sides. So I'll show you how that goes here with this sample piece. And there you go. Gives you a nice, clean looking. And that way I can put my cladding right over the top of this. This stuff pretty much acts like wood. So wood screws going into this is nice, but this stuff will last 25 years plus. So I don't have to worry about it rotting out. So that's why I'm doing this. I've been working on how I fasten the wood to the post on 2 of the faces. Now, the first 2 I told you I'm going to have spacers, and I'll fasten onto those spacers from the outside. That's not a real big problem there. Okay, but on the other 2 faces I want to have hidden fasteners. And so I thought, well, if I drill through the tube, drill a hole big enough, and then another hole on the opposite side, I can put a fastener inside and fasten the board to the tube from the inside. So I would drill a hole through the tube, and you can see on the opposite side, drill a smaller hole for the screw. So if I do that, not a problem. But then I said, got stainless steel screws so they don't rust. Great, but stainless steel screws aren't magnetic, and as I've been practicing here, every time I stick one through, it drops off my bit. So I figured, how can I get this screw through the big hole to the small hole to fasten to the wood? And here's what I've come up with. Basically, I thought, use a straw. Can't find a straw the right size, but I can find a little bit stiff paper that I just roll up into a straw, and I get it small enough that it fits right into that hole. and I work it all the way to the other side carefully. Right, look through, line it up, and then I can take my driver, put the screw on the end, put the screw through there, and the screw comes out the other side. So I don't lose my screw down in the post, and I can still fasten. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Protection for this.
I need
3 screws per thing. Okay, so my paper tube idea was not working out too great. Then my wife had a brilliant idea. She said, why don't you just use duct tape? So, duct tape the screw to the bit, put it through the hole, find the hole on the other side, works great. So, scope of the project has been expanded a little bit. We're going to cover the beams coming into the post, cover those with cedar as well. So let me show you that. So this beam right along here at the top in front, and then the beam there on the side. We're going to cover those in cedar as well. So I got some pieces, we're going to cut those, show you that. So here's a couple of those pieces that we're going to cut. Now this one here on the left, this one is going to be a bottom piece. It needs to be 5 1/8 wide. What I noticed is it's not straight. I took a chalk line and struck a chalk line along it. It's not exactly straight, so I'm going to straighten it out with my True Track there, and then we're going to cut it to the right width. The pieces for the first beam are stained and ready to assemble. I've decided to use hidden fasteners to hold the U shape together here so that the wood has its natural beauty. I've made a mock-up of how we're going to assemble that. Right here you can see the U shape. I'm going to use pocket hole screws to hold everything together from the inside. project is done. Got beams up, post up, looking good.